Matt Wiertel of Velocity Net is joining us now, talking about a recent hack at Uber and how it affects its customers. Tell us a little bit about what happened.
Yeah, so Uber was hacked the other day. A lot of their employees actually thought it was a joke. Kind of a teenage group of hackers are kind of making their rounds throughout different companies. They hacked Rockstar Games recently and stole some source code for Grand Theft Auto 6. And Uber was their next target, so they hacked one of their Slack channels and got access to some data. Now Uber is saying that they didn't get access to any sensitive data, but with any large-scale hack, and a lot of us use Uber for ride-sharing services, either we're here in town or we're out traveling, definitely a good time to kind of check up on your cyber hygiene is a good opportunity to do that.
And we everything is through apps, and all of our payment now is becoming to be that way. And so when you hear these hacks, it makes you nervous because you think, gosh, just one small slip and it could just destroy everything financially.
Absolutely. So kind of the best practice tips. So obviously, if you're an Uber user, even though they said the sensitive data wasn't extracted, go in there, change your password. Always a good first best practice. Check your credit report. You get a free credit report, an annual credit report through the government. So definitely if you don't do that annually, log in and do that. Also a good option to look at any of those credit monitoring services. So if it's LifeLock, Experian, if you've probably been hacked in the past, you might actually have a free service that you can go use with them. And then obviously be mindful, right? So if you're getting a text message or a phone call or an email that doesn't look good or right, always hover over it, see where it's going. Think before you click, I think is what we always say at the office. And it's a great opportunity for if you're a corporation or a company to really take some time to train your users and say, hey, this stuff's real, it's out there, it's happening all the time. And they don't care, the hackers don't care if you're a small company or if you're the size of Uber. Sometimes they're just doing it for fun.
Right.
Other times they're doing it for nefarious gains. So definitely take your time and think through what you're looking for. And if something doesn't look right, obviously, if it's coming from the bank or coming from what you think is an expert entity, reach out to them. Call the insurance company. If the email is coming from them, call the bank and say, hey, did you send this? And most of the time they're going to say no, and then they can file a report to try to figure out who's behind that.
Right. Don't respond to those emails.
Absolutely.
Call your bank or your credit card directly.
Yeah, do not be taking out debit cards or lots of gift cards at Giant Eagle because somebody sent you a text message. Do not do that. Exactly.
Matt Wiertel of Velocity Net, thanks for joining us today. We'll see you in a couple more weeks.
Thanks, Amanda.
Coming up, please don't cook your chicken